the circle on top. It's a theater. It's really fun. You see, Kurt Nilov plays Hamlet next week. And the theater is really important. It was founded by Bertolt Brecht and Helene Weigel. Back then, Bertolt Brecht was one of the most influential playwrights in German-speaking countries so far. Helene Weigel was his wife and one of the most important actresses we ever had. I was joking with our German guests. I said it was Helene Fischer, who Helene Fischer is the German Celine Dion in a way. She does this kind of singing, and she's very successful. She's going to be president one day. Sie lachen jetzt, wenn wir Direktwahl hätten. Spätestens vor einer Weile. Und hier links ist der Bahnhof Friedrichstraße. This is the shadow of the Friedrichstraße, the all the Bahnhof. Also hier der Schatten der Friedrichstraße, der auf uns fällt. Wenn ich mal ein bisschen poetischer werden darf, das war ein Grenzübergangspunkt zu Zeiten der Teilung. This used to be a border crossing checkpoint during the separation. The mood was bad. Really bad, because during the peak of the Cold War, no one had an actual idea if and when you would have seen each other again. And if after the 70s and the early 70s, they had their first regulations for visitors from the other part as well. It was really a nightmare to pass it. Border controls and people looking for coffee in your bags and so on. It was really no fun. Oh, on the left you see my skinny colleague. Hey, skinny colleague. Hi. Eat something. Und zur Friedrichstraße ist es ganz wichtig zu erwähnen, dass die Friedrichstraße wirklich ein harter Grenzübergangspunkt war. Also da konnte man ab den frühen 70ern konnten so ziemlich alle dann irgendwie versuchen rüberzukommen. Vorher Diplomaten, Geschäftsleute, Militärs. Und später, in den 70ern, wurde es ein bisschen einfacher, aber es wurde nicht schöner, weil die Stimmung war wirklich immer schlecht. Das war furchtbar, das erzählen alle, die man hier so trifft. Hey! Oh, on our right you see rich Germans having their own boat. Hey, rich Germans, good for you. Oh, but feed your dog, it looks hungry. Ne? Am Hund gespart, am Boot wieder rausgehauen. Wunderbar. Finde ich nicht okay. Hier geradezu, über diese Brücke verlief quasi die Mauer zu Zeiten der Teilung. You don't see it, but you have to believe it. The wall was running along this bridge during the separation. What is this? Is it thunder? No, it's gone. But I think it's a party. And the wall was running along this bridge, as mentioned, and this is not related. Also hier, über diese Brücke verlief quasi die Mauer zu Zeiten der Teilung. Quasi, sage ich, weil eine richtige Mauer hätte es nicht geschafft. Das wäre zu schwer geworden. Hier ist ein Sichtschutz drüber. Rechts Mauer, Sichtschutz über die Brücke, links wieder zurück. The wall along this bridge were leading the former eastern part of Berlin right now. Do you feel it? For the freedom, the Coca-Cola, bananas, beer. Well, they had beer in the East as well, but the hedge funds was new, and Game of Thrones and so on. That's the whole Western experience. Buying East German companies for 1 Deutsche Mark after the war came down. And you're right, the feeling was different 40 years ago. The wall was running on the right, over the bridge, on the left back, barbed wire, snipers, police. It was a nightmare. We're very happy that the wall is gone. And from our perspective, interesting idea. Also um uns rum verlief die Mauer rechts entlang als Sichtschutz über die Brücke, auf der linken Seite wieder zurück. Erst vom Reichstag ging es nach Süden ab. Der Reichstag ist der Sitz des Deutschen Bundestages. Wenn Sie da rein wollen, sei Ihnen empfohlen, früh zu deren Besucherzentrum zu gehen. Die machen ziemlich früher auf am Morgen und dann haben Sie gute Karten, da reinzukommen. Die Geschichte des Parlaments ist spannend, das Gebäude ist aufregend, die Architektur ist schön, es kostet nichts, also es spricht wenig dagegen, behaupte ich. So the Reichstag is the seat of the German Parliament, and if you want to visit it, I can recommend it as well. It's really fun. It doesn't cost a thing. It's free. The architecture is brilliant. The history of the building is interesting. History of the Parliament is even more interesting. Really recommend to see it. And if it won't work, you may come here. I think tonight they're starting to show a movie. This is going to be a movie screen here, and it's a movie about the history of the Parliament. They're showing these buildings, Federal Ribbon, offices, rooms to have debates in, one of the largest parliamentarian libraries in the world. Oh, you look good, but you're not very smart. Nicht schwimmen. Verboten, kostet viel Geld. Don't swim, it's 250 euros. Sorry, we'll find out very soon. It's because of the ships, it's not because we're just, I mean, it's a very German thing to do, to say, no, it's verboten. Swimming is verboten here. It's a very important word, by the way. No? Verboten, Achtung, schnell, Prost, Flutsteuerausgleich. That's the language. Not you German, you're welcome. Ich habe vergessen, woran ich bin. I'm sorry, I forgot what I was talking about because I'm in the sun since 3 weeks and I have the feeling the two parts of my brain are drifting apart. So if you have any questions, if you think I'm failing doing my job, tell me and I'll answer your questions. But please don't write it on Facebook because I won't know. So Facebook doesn't change things usually. Wie gesagt,